There's a reason the same wasps come back to the exact same spot on your house every single year, and it has nothing to do with bad luck. It is chemistry, and once you understand it, you will never call an exterminator again. Not almost as effective as a $300 service call. Not a cheaper substitute that kind of works. Measurably, provably better, because this method kills the queen, the larvae, and every wasp in the nest that their spray never even reaches. A 2004 review in the Journal of Economic Entomology identified boric acid as one of the most reliable, slow-acting colony-level insect killers available, and professionals have used it on the job for decades. The U.S. pest control industry brings in over $17 billion a year. That was not an accident. It was a decision to make sure you keep scheduling service calls instead of solving the problem yourself. Here's the full system. 4 steps, under $30, and it covers everything a single exterminator visit does not. Pick up a bottle of apple juice from any dollar store, then grab a container of pure boric acid from the pest control aisle at any hardware store, a fine white powder that usually costs around $6. Do not buy roach powder with added chemicals. You want pure boric acid, nothing else. Pour about 2 cups of apple juice into any large container and stir in 2 teaspoons of boric acid until fully dissolved. Yellow jackets and wasps are scavengers drawn to both sugar and protein, and apple juice triggers both responses hard. Honeybees communicate food locations through waggle dances tied to specific flowers. A soda can on the ground does not trigger that behavior. Honeybees fly right past it. Yellow jackets land, drink, and carry the mixture back to their colony. Boric acid works as a stomach poison that destroys the lining of their digestive tract, and as a desiccant that pulls moisture from their exoskeleton. The wasp that drinks it does not die immediately. It lives long enough to return to the nest and share the bait with the queen, the larvae, and the rest of the colony. Within days, the entire colony is dead. To set it up, pour a small amount of the mixture into an empty soda can. Just enough liquid that wasps can reach it, but not so much that they drown. If they drown, they cannot carry the bait home and the colony survives. Break a wooden stick in half and press it into the opening so it sticks out like a ramp. Place these cans around the perimeter of your property, under eaves, near known nesting spots, anywhere your pets cannot knock them over. At this concentration, boric acid is not dangerous to mammals. A dog or a child would need to consume tablespoons of raw powder to experience any symptoms. But to insect colonies, it is a total wipe. If you already have active nest visible on your house, the bait alone is not fast enough. Fill a spray bottle with water, add a generous squirt of Dawn dish soap, and spray it directly onto the nest. Keep spraying without stopping. The soap penetrates the waxy outer coating of the wasp's exoskeleton, a thin lipid layer called the epicuticle that keeps moisture in and water out. Once that layer is gone, water floods the spiracles, the small breathing holes along the sides of their bodies, and they suffocate from the inside. Wasps drop within seconds. One critical rule. Never use this method near electrical fixtures, light switches, outdoor wiring, or breaker boxes. Water and electricity do not mix, and every year people end up in the emergency room because they sprayed water at a nest attached to a light fixture. If the nest is anywhere near electricity, go straight to PT Wasp Freeze, a professional-grade contact spray rated as non-conductive up to 47,000 volts. Exterminators carry it on every truck. You can stand up to 15 feet away, aim, and spray. Wasps drop almost instantly. One can cost around $50 and lasts through multiple seasons. Here's the part almost everyone skips. And it is the single reason the wasps come back to the same spot every year. After you remove a nest, you have to treat the surface where it was built. Wasps return to the same locations year after year because old nests leave pheromones, chemical signals from the queen, that tell next season's queens this is a proven, safe location to build. Those chemicals persist in wood and crevices long after the nest itself is gone. If you knock down a nest and do nothing else, a new queen will detect that trail in spring and rebuild in the exact same spot. The fix is a product called Delta Dust, a waterproof insecticidal dust you apply to eaves, rafters, soffits, light fixtures, and any crevice where wasps like to build. Use a bulb duster or cobweb duster to work it into cracks and corners. It remains active for up to 8 months outdoors through rain and cold. Any wasp that lands on a treated surface picks up the dust on its body, carries it back to the nest, and the same slow colony-level kill cycle begins. Dust your eaves once in spring, and new nests will not form all season. Here's the full system. Boric acid bait in soda cans to collapse colonies from the inside, Dawn soap and water for active nests away from electricity, PT Wasp Freeze for nests near wiring, and Delta Dust on eaves to prevent new nests from ever establishing. A single exterminator visit for this kind of problem typically runs between $100 and $300, and it usually covers 1 or 2 of these steps. This covers all 4, and the total supply cost is under $30.